One of the first workshops that we tend to work through with our customers is a workshop that revolves around these two images and the ability for us to be able to eliminate the left-hand side versus the right-hand side. The left-hand side talks about the bolt-on mentality, and there's a real risk, whether it's recognised or not right now, and we think we're drawing a line in the sand, we think we're getting rid of these legacy systems, but there's a real risk in the market that we're going to either jam new Insurtech onto old legacy systems, or we're going to connectively put lots of Insurtech together and call those operating platforms. In my experience over the last 3.5 years working all over the world, I'm seeing these two visions certainly be separated, and we're talking predominantly to trying to eliminate this legacy on the left-hand side. The vision first mentality requires deep critical thinking, new SME collaboration, subject matter experts, and here's a bell ringer. Not always is that going to come from inside your organisation. You need to go outside, particularly, and I'll talk about a use case example here in rethinking property claim management. Rethinking property claim management requires you to go to those experts in those fields and have those folks be a part of the solution. But deep critical thinking, new SME collaboration, and a clear, purposeful vision. The chaos mentality, however, doesn't. You don't require any critical thinking. In fact, all you need is an internal perspective only view and an always looking to catch up to the market vision. I know which one I'd like to be a part of. Digitisation, particularly the vision of digitisation, and again in the claims space, and I will speak specifically to claims here, that vision has to come first. If you're telling your builder and architect that you want to build a house, you better tell him about the 3 or 4 bedrooms and the pool that you need before you start building the house, because at the point in which he hands back the keys to you and you decide you need 3 or 4 extra bedrooms and a pool, the foundation of that property continues to change. And that's the risk that we run, particularly with the amount of product in the market at the moment, and not understanding the true vision. Vision first, operating platform second, and the technology will follow. Which speaks to the strong foundation. Now, this stuff seems fundamental, really fundamental, really logical. However, the execution and the application to execute in a number of the markets at the moment is really being found wanted. So I really like this, and please excuse the pun, I am in claims, so I've used the tree here. But when the root is deep, there's no reason to fear the wind. When you've really thought through exactly what the organisational requirement is for that digital foundation, and again, especially in the claim space, you can really understand what's required and the building blocks of what's required. The definition of foundation, and many people have a different view on this, and there's a couple that I love here. One's quite boring, which is the lowest division of a building, partly or wholly below the surface. Yeah, not so much. The second one is, which is the one I like the most, it's the basis or groundwork of anything. Again, go back to the architect and builder. I want a 3-bedroom house, I'll lay a footing for a 3-bedroom house, and there's your foundation. Oh, sorry, I need a 5-bedroom house. You have to have a vision, and we'll show you an example here shortly about a vision, and particularly one that's quite relevant to the Sydney drivers who are coming in from out west every day, about the lack of long-term vision. Sure, the widgets and gadgets and some of the solutions that are in the market at the moment are great for this year and maybe next year. But the challenge with these widgets and gadgets, unless they can tie into a vision or be able to demonstrate their ability to work in with operationalising their product within your organisation, they've got a very short shelf life. And I actually would encourage for the entrepreneurs that are in the room, it's really important that you not only understand the shiny toy or the opportunity that you've got, but you also understand the organisational strategy that you're trying to sell into. Because the next challenge for the Insurtech companies as they continue to rise, particularly if they're tech only, with no SME background inside insurance, subject matter expert, deep knowledge of the insurance process, is you'll struggle to be able to articulate how your products are going to impact the insurer. And I promise you this, they don't know either. So the collaboration of coming together about, I understand what the product is, I can see where it can fit into my organisation, and the ability for those Insurtech businesses to be able to articulate where they fit is going to be really important into the future.